Hey, it's Tuomas from Atlas, and you're watching Loud TV.
Hello, Tuomas. You are from the band Atlas, Atlas or Atlas Northcore, as you mentioned it.
Yeah.
And I discovered you on stage on a huge European tour. It was with Kadinja and with the Monuments, right?
Oh yeah, the Monuments and Vola.
Yeah, Vola also. And you
Which
know that,
show?
yeah, it was in Paris. It was amazing. And
Oh, that was a good show.
the Kadinja guys told me that it was an amazing tour and each band was nice and kind to each other. And how was this
Yeah,
tour?
that was the best tour we've ever had. Everyone was just like, uh, just kind and nice people. We had the best time.
Okay, wonderful. So you got a new album, uh, really different from the previous one.
Yeah,
So tell me, yeah, it's a different flavor. Tell me what was the writing process. I feel it's really different from Primitive.
yeah, really different. Like from the beginning, we set out to do something different and unique, like just moving away from the kind of the metalcore sound and that we had with the previous record, and we wanted to bring some like more Finnish influences and just do something unique and something of our own. And that took a bit of time to get that, like hone in on the process and everything and the sonic palette or something like that. So yeah, we like made maybe dozens of demos that came and went. And once we finally put out the first single, which was Taiwan Ranta in I think March or April this year, that was still the only song written for the album. And that process repeated for every single. When we put out Ukko in June and released the track listing and pre-order, those were the only two songs made for the album. So it was a weird process. Every single was mixed separately, and we did the track listing, and then we had to write songs for the names we already released. There was no music for those songs. But yeah, it was really unorthodox, but it was a great process.
And the recording, was it
Yeah,
in the same
we
place
did
or?
all the recording ourselves. I track everything from vocals to guitars and everything. Or I'm sort of the audio engineer. And but yeah, we did all that by ourselves this time around.
And what was the idea to put Finnish ideas, Finnish roots in your music to sound different? Because we some kind of we got guys from Loud TV in our team that are fed up with the metalcore jar,
Yeah,
which is sometimes too flat, you know.
yeah, I know what you mean.
So this is
Yeah,
what you wanted to do, so something different in the metalcore genre.
yeah, exactly. We wanted to bring some new spices to the genre, so to speak. And that's just something that came naturally. We've always been like fascinated with Finnish mythology and Finnish folk music and poetry and stuff like that. And we just wanted to draw influence from that.
Mhm. And you put also there are a lot of acoustic guitars.
Yeah,
I feel there are more acoustic guitars, and which is quite unusual in the
yeah,
metalcore genre.
yeah. It's like a simple thing, but no one's ever done it in metalcore, like a
Yeah.
heavy song, but with acoustic guitar. And that was just something that we did from day one. It was like an obvious thing that this just works. It's more like a thing in melodic death metal and something like that,
Yeah.
but metalcore hasn't done it ever.
So there's some, yeah, I would say it's kind of a risky album because
Yeah,
it's out of the bounds. It's not a classical metalcore album. And yeah, did you uh, did you take pleasure, and do you have the impression that it's kind of risky, and maybe you should don't mind, you know?
Yeah, definitely, it was a risk, and it was a conscious risk we took, like using Finnish language and everything, and just doing something unorthodox. We definitely knew that some people might not like it. It's such like a big step away from what we did before, but we were super confident in that people would still like it, and for every fan we might lose, we'd gain too, because it's just something more real and authentic, and not trying to go with the mainstream or just like what's hip right now. It's just something we like really believe in, and I think that shines through, and people can hear that and relate to that. So even though it was like a risk, I think it paid off. Definitely, we have our own unique sound now, and people can tell that. There was a bunch of more vocals from Levi on the last album, and this album it's more Patrick, and he's clean singing all
Yeah.
the low notes and stuff. That's all Patrick, and then there's definitely a lot of Levi still, but more Patrick, I guess. And it's just a nice like it's like another instrument almost. It's like a Patrick's the cello and Levi's the violin, I guess. It's just a different range, and you can feel like different frequencies with those, and their voices like play really well together.
Let me know about this. I'm a huge fan of Finnish gods from
Yeah,
Amorphis, and they are also writing on the Finnish mythology. And actually, I think we don't know a lot of things on this Finnish mythology. We know more of
yeah.
the Swedish one, and so was it the main inspiration for this new album?
Uh, I'm not sure if I'd say main inspiration, but it was a really big inspiration nonetheless. Like old, like folk belief, like pagan stuff, just the mythological gods of Finland, and we just wanted to like research that and just go in depth about that and learn what was before us and before Christianity in Finland or something like that, and just like when people were more like connected to the nature, and just a whole different like time in the world, and that was just really inspiring to us.
And Ukko, can I?
Yeah,
Ukko is the in English we can translate by old, right?
it's the direct translation is something like old man.
Yeah.
I could call my grandfather or father Ukko,
Okay.
and so it has multiple meanings.
But
But it's also the thunder god in Finnish mythology.
yeah, it's the king of the gods, right?
Yes, yes, the king of the gods.
So this is what it means. Ukko, it's about the yeah, the god of the thunder in this song, and in this album.
Yeah, it has multiple meanings to us also. A lot of the lyrics and music is like inspired and a tribute to my father who suddenly passed in 2020. And he was like a father figure to the whole band. He was always supporting us like 100%. He was driving us to tours around Europe and went to every show, and he was just so involved. And it was a big hit when he passed for the whole band, and we wanted to like pay tribute to him. And as I said, it could mean Ukko can mean father or grandfather also. So it was like it's kind of have a double meaning, us
Okay.
going back to the Finnish roots and paying tribute to my father.
So, and you told us that this album is a more to the roots album, to the nature. Was it because of the COVID? Because we can see through the releases that there are something changed in the writing process of the artist. Uh, it's more yeah reaction with the nature, and yeah, more thought album. Was it the case for you?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the pandemic necessarily affected that. It was more just like looking at the current scene and the music and everything, and just we were kind of tired with everything we were hearing. No new albums or music was like giving us any spark or anything. Just didn't want to put on any playlists about new metal tracks or something like that. We just wanted to like bring something new to the table, and like we had long discussions and meetings like what are we going to do, and let's just do something that feels natural was like the conclusion. And it took us a while, but we definitely like found found what we want to do.
You guys have a lot of um, yeah. How can I say that? Great musicians, because I would say that One Morning Left is one of my favorite albums this year too,
Yeah,
and you guys you have a lot of resources in this band.
definitely we have like everyone is so talented in this band, and just musically and otherwise too. Like Levi, obviously he has his other band One Morning Left. He writes pretty much everything for them, and he writes a bunch of stuff for Atlas too. Amazing singer, amazing songwriter, amazing guitarist. And then we have our bassist Kevin, who is not even a bassist, he's actually a guitarist. He has another band called Assemble the Chariots. It's like symphonic deathcore or something, sci-fi deathcore, and it's amazing too. So we have like everyone in the band can write on guitar, on drums, vocals. Everyone's singing on the album. Everyone tracked some guitar takes for the album. There's just like so much talent in the band, and it's great to work with.
Good. Um, so what are the plans to for a tour? I know that it's pretty difficult at the moment, especially in Germany, and next maybe France, because a lot of tour uh, have been cancelled. Hopefully, we can see Leprous in Paris next Sunday, but
Mm.
a lot of bands cancel tour. And is it in the plan for next year?
We don't have anything locked in because of the pandemic right now, and hopefully we can tour. We'd love to tour the album, but it's just you can't tell right now with the pandemic going on. We've been in talks about a bunch of tours, but nothing's come to fruition yet. So right now we're just focusing on the next album already,
Wow.
just putting out new stuff.
Thank you very much, Tuomas.
Thank
And
you.
Atlas Ukko is out, yeah, the day of your release, right?
Yeah, 10th of December.
The 10th of December.